Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Bongiwe Nawa. I'm starting on this journey today to speak to you. Actually, I had an encounter last night where I spoke to God, and with what has happened in my life till to this date, I believe that what I have experienced, what I have experienced in my life, I'll be able to share with everybody, whether it be in South Africa, whether it be overseas, or whether it just be a normal person just in my backyard or anywhere else. The reason that I'm starting this YouTube channel is because that I believe that there is a lot of things that we need to speak to about in our generation, especially as us youngsters rather. But even if we can be young stars, it's fine. So the reason why I'm starting this YouTube channel is it's to motivate people that go through the same things that I do, or probably sometimes even when I get a message spiritually from the spiritual realm anywhere, then I pass it on because there's some other people that need to hear certain things in our lives. Okay. And I believe that each and every single person here on earth is here for a purpose. And so far, my purpose right now is, because I talk too much, is for me to speak to you, speak to whoever will be watching this video, and understand where I come from. Okay. And probably relate. We go through different circumstances, we go through different occurrences that we face in our lives, physical, emotionally, and I want us to unite as one so that we know what we could be able to do to help each other. If we do not help each other, who can? Obviously, before we do anything and before everything that I do it in prayer. And there's a topic today that I'm going to be focusing on today, which yesterday, when I was sleeping in bed, I had an encounter whereby I was told that I actually need to speak about this, and there's somebody or there's some people out there that needs to know what I'm talking about, that needs to hear this. They need to hear what I'm about to say. So in prayer, I'm just going to ask God to guide me in what I'm going to be saying to the masses, and what I'm going to be saying, and what message I'm going to be relaying to everybody. So wherever you are, whether you're in the house, whether you're at work, whether you're in the car, whether you're just down or you happy and you're watching this video, I would like you to bow down your head and let's go into prayer. And it's a short prayer, it's not long or anything. Father, up in heaven, I know that you have guided me today to relay a message to the masses. I know that you hold my hand in each and every single day. Lord Almighty, let me be your voice. Lord Almighty, let somebody out there who needs to hear this, hear it and use it. Lord Almighty, I put my life into your hands, and I believe that whoever is watching this video will get some inspiration from it. And I know, God, that you will be there for me and for all the other people in this world who will need this message. Thank you, Father, for giving me the opportunity to actually speak. Thank you, Father, for giving me the opportunity to stand here and stand tall. And thank you for your communication, dear Lord, Father, up in heaven. I pray for everybody that is watching this video. I pray for my family. I pray for my friends. I pray for people that are connected to me directly and indirectly. Lord Almighty, let your will be done. Amen. So today, I'm going to speak about embracing your season, the importance of embracing your season. I've gone through a lot of seasons in my life whereby I thought that things have come to an end. And at times you think that things are not going your way, but it's actually where you're supposed to be. At the moment, as I speak to you right now, I'm currently unemployed for a few months. And I've spoken to a lot of people that have been unemployed for years. And I've spoken to people that are employed and are still struggling from their current environments. And it gets so difficult. So the reason why we're speaking about embracing the importance of embracing the season that you're currently in at the moment. What you need to understand is that each and every single second and each and every single time that you go through something, that is your time. It is your time to go through that season. If you're going through a heartache, it is your time to go through a heartache. If it's your time to go through financial distress, it is your time to go through that financial distress. If it's your time that you are going through a divorce, it is your time to go through a divorce. If it's your time to go through having monetary valued items in your house, it is your time to go through those things. If it's your time to be happy, it's your time. Each and every single day, it's a season. It's a season to embrace. It's a season to look into your life, look at yourself, see who you are. It's a season to learn from what you are going through. It's a season to know who you are. At this moment, as I speak to you, whoever you are, if you are unemployed, if you are going through heartache, it is your season to go through what you are going through at the moment. Reason being is that if you don't go through that, you will not learn. You will not learn how to tackle these instances when it comes in the near future. If you are unemployed at the moment and you feel like you are dragged down and there's nothing that you can do, embrace the season that you are in. You could be unemployed and sitting in the house and you don't know what you're going to eat tonight. I'm definitely sure that you will wake up and stand up and go and strive and fight so that you can be able to get something that will be put on your plate. I am definitely sure that you will wake up and go and search for something that will make you happy. I'm definitely sure that you will wake up and make sure that whoever that you are who's looking up to you is able to retrieve what they need to retrieve. For example, if you were a breadwinner and all of a sudden you become unemployed, you definitely won't sit. You won't sit. You will keep on fighting. You will fight endlessly. And that is teaching you what? That is teaching you perseverance. It is teaching you how to be strong. It is teaching you how to maneuver around the circumstances that you're coming through. Listen, it is not easy. Yes, I know. I know that I'm saying that embracing the season that you're currently in, you have to. It is very important. It is very important because what we do all the time, we tend to let the devil drag us down. We tend to let the devil make us think that things won't work out. We tend to let the devil think that we are defeated. We tend to let the devil think that we do not have a purpose in this life. We tend to let the devil think that it's over about us. But I tell you, my sisters and brothers, I tell you that, you know what? Whatever circumstance that you are going through, this is your season. It's your season for you to rise up, to stand tall, and to actually understand who you are, to find your inner self, to connect with God spiritually, to connect with your angels that lift you up in all your ways spiritually. I want you to stand up. I want you to sit strong and know who you are. I want you to find a certain vision on how you'll be able to embrace your season. Your season that you are currently in is not the end. The season that you are currently in is only the beginning of you flourishing into a beautiful butterfly. The season that you are in is a season where it will make you stronger. A season that you are in is a season where you'll be able to teach other people that will be going through the same things that you are going through. If you are going through a heartache and this a baby daddy has left you, and you don't know what to do and how you're going to support the child, and the father's going to ask you, where is my daddy, and so forth and so on. It is the season where you'll be able to understand, to motivate other women going through the same things that you are going through. When it comes to men, even for men, if you are going through a heartache or you being left with a child, it is your season to stand up, and so that you can be able to talk to other men and tell them what you have gone through. That season that you are currently in, I urge you to learn from it. I urge you to reap from it, because the season that you are currently in is not there just by mistake. The season that you are currently in is a season that will make you understand who you really are, what is your purpose in life, why you have been put in this season, it was led to for you to be in that season. You are put into a season because God knows that you will be able to manage the season. You are put in that season so that you can be able to teach other people, whether it be in your family, whether it be your friends. You are put into that season so that you can be able to talk to the masses and guide people of what you are going through. Stand your ground and know who you are. Stand your ground and learn from that season. There is a time that you will be sitting and wondering, why did this happen to me? You'll be wondering, why do I deserve this? You'll be wondering, why do I have to go through this? I am telling you, my brothers and sisters, I am telling you, my fellow friends and family, I'm telling you that the reason why you are in that season is because you have been chosen to actually work wonders. You have been chosen to learn from every single thing that you will be learning. You'll be going through steps that you don't understand why you have been led to go through these steps. Some steps are higher than normal, some steps are just tiny steps. And then when you step on that tiny step, you feel like you have achieved. Then comes a very big step that you have to walk miles and miles, and you feel like everything is heavy and it's on your shoulder. Believe me, it's because you're supposed to be going through that step. That step makes you to be a stronger person. That step makes you to be a David. That step makes you to be a David in life, because the Goliath in front of you has nothing on you. The Goliath in front of you has nothing on you. The Goliath in front of you is just a person or a thing, an obstacle standing in front of you, so that you would think that it is over. It is not over. I tell you now that it is not over. It is the beginning. The season that you are currently in is giving you an opportunity. It is giving you an opportunity to learn who you are. It is giving you an opportunity to know where you are going. It is giving you an opportunity to understand what you have done in the past that was wrong. It is an opportunity for you to flourish and become somebody that is wise, and become somebody that you have never ever thought that you would ever be. It is an opportunity for you to stand up tall. So I say to you, my brothers and sisters, I say to you, my fellow friends and family, stand up, stick strong, stand your ground, be that one that will push so hard that nobody could even throw the biggest stone on this earth to make you feel down. You need to have times for yourself. Sit down and meditate. Sit down and rejuvenate. Sit down alone in a room and think of who and what you want to do. Think of how you will be able to overcome that circumstance. Whether it be any single circumstance. There are so many things that we go through in our lives. There are so many things that we go through in our journeys of lives that we do not understand why we're in that situation. You're in a hospital bed and you can't move. You're in a hospital bed and you are thinking it's the time that you have ended. Your life is at a standstill and it's the end of your life. It is not the end. It is the time for you to connect spiritually with God. It is the time for you to connect spiritually in the spiritual realm, because there is something fantastic for you. There is something fantastic for you. There is a message for you to tell you what is your purpose. If you listen attentively, if you listen carefully, you will hear the sound. You will hear, the ideas that you keep on getting when you're busy sitting down and saying, perhaps maybe go and drink water, or you go and do this certain presentation in this way. It is not your mind. It is God speaking to you. It is this in the spiritual realm talking to you and telling you what you need to do. So I urge everybody to have an importance and embrace the season that you're currently in. The season that you're currently in is just a stepping stone. The season that you're currently in is a season to make you a beautiful woman. Every day when I wake up in the morning, even though I'm going through a lot of things in my life, every time when I wake up, I wake up, I look at myself in the mirror, and if you can see, I keep on looking that side. It's because I'm looking at me. I'm in a season right now. I'm looking at myself, and I tell myself what I want. The power of the tongue, is the most strongest form of connecting spiritually with yourself. The power of the tongue to speak into the universe, to take what is yours, to know what you want and to speak it into the universe so that it will come to pass. So every time when I wake up, and I go, let me go back to this. And every time when I wake up in the morning, what I do, and I'm going to do it right now, and I'm going to speak to the mirror, I'm going to look at the mirror, and now you know what makes me happy, what makes me smile in the morning. When you see me walking on the street and I'm smiling alone, I remember how blessed I am. I remember how honored I am. I remember how purposeful I am. I remember how I am an image of God. How blessed are we that God himself breathed his air into our souls. How blessed are we that we were carved by the creator of heavens and earth. How blessed are we that we are children of God. How blessed are we that we are wonderfully made. How blessed are we that we are beautiful. How blessed are we? So this is what I do every morning when I wake up. I look at myself in the mirror and I say, good morning, you beautiful, gorgeous, strong woman. You are wonderful. You are kind. You are successful. You are wealthy. There is nothing that can be put in front of you that you will not be able to overcome. There is nothing that is put in front of you that I won't be able to overcome and go through. As long as I have the presence of God in front of me, I know that I will defeat any circumstance. You are gorgeous. You are beautiful. You are kind. You are amazing. You are a child of God. You are the image of God. So what else? What else do I need? What else do I need to actually make me feel that I need something more? If I am the image of God, meaning that I am the most beautiful person. I am the most beautiful creation, an image of God, a wonderfully made person. You're going to have a lovely day. You're going to have an eventful, beautiful day. If you go through something that is making you feel down or somebody makes you angry, remember to smile and wave, because good things are coming. Good things are coming. So that is what I do each and every morning. And that is why we have to understand the importance of embracing your season. Your season again, and I will repeat it again and again and again until I don't know when, is that you need to reap, just reap from what your season is bringing. If your season is bringing you heartache, take that heartache, embrace it. It's a heartache that you need to go through. If you don't go through it, how are you going to be able to know how to deal with it? If you don't go through whatever you're going through, how are you going to know how to deal with it in the near future or in the far future? If you're dealing with a job loss or a loss of a close friend or family member, you need to deal with it. You need to deal with it. Take it into you. Breathe. Breathing is so important to me. Oh, breathing is so important to me. When I get messages, or when I get disappointments through any circumstance that I go through, I sit down a little bit. Or if I'm walking and I'm going towards whatever I was supposed to be going towards, and I face a disappointment or I face bad news, what I do is I sit down, I embrace it, I go through it, and then I say, I am going to teach somebody one day that I went through this certain journey in my life. This is what I did. This is how I overcame it. This is how I am going to be able to teach you how to stand tall and stand firm in your situation. It is not over. It is not over. It is the beginning of you to flourish. It is the beginning of you to be able to teach other people. Because some other people, yes, they're not strong enough to actually go through standing tall and saying, you know what, fine, I got a heartache. Fine, I didn't get that interview. It's fine. You know what? I'll get that interview. Some other people will be like, excuse me, I didn't win that presentation. I didn't get chosen to be promoted. I didn't get chosen to actually present present at work. Or there are so many obstacles that I can mention, but if I could mention those obstacles right now in this video, we will go for hours. But you know what you're going through. You know what is happening in your life. You know what disappointment has happened right now. You know what you're going through